Drag makeup is like really like accentuated. It's very over the top. I've done my face in like 40 minutes one time. Like if I'm doing something like really like out there, probably about 3 hours. But then there's like the tucking, the tights, then, you know, pulling yourself in at the waist, and then putting all the other stuff on to like fucking hold it all in. So that can take about 15 minutes, 20 minutes as well. That's why I'm always late for work, because I'm always just like, oh, it's fine, I'm finished my makeup now, and it's like, no, it's 10 o'clock and I start at 10, so I'm fucked. So yeah, I wouldn't say to a real woman to do their makeup like me at all, because my eyeliner is fucking like 2 big blocks of black. But I think in some photographs I do look quite womanly, but it's more sort of like a, yeah, she's nice, but you wouldn't touch her kind of way. I think I look gorgeous in some photographs, and I'm like, oh yes, you look very feminine, but it's not like the main goal for me. So I'll do like a big look if I want to do a big look that's not exactly feminine. And like last night, people looked at me and went, oh my god, you're really scary. And it's like, well, this is the reaction. You know what, I'm gonna be just perfectly honest. 9 times out of 10, I just wing it. I will sit there and I will go, what shall I do? Where am I gonna go with this? The other like 10% of the time when I do have a concept and I'm like, yes, I want to do this, and sit down and do it, it's great and it feels great to sort of go, yes, I achieved that when I put, plan into it. Like the newspaper dress took about 3 days to do. I had my pride outfit, like with the wedding dress, planned for ages. I had my other pride outfit that we had made with all the sort of tulle coming out of like the pride colours. I'd had that planned for a while and it came out the way I wanted. So it's great when it happens, but like it's hard to sort of live your life and then constantly have to like do be creative and do try and top yourself and all this sort of stuff. So when I am painting my face, sometimes the most creative stuff just comes out of nowhere, and it just comes as you're doing it. I think originally what I kind of planned was kind of like a Stepford wife, like Brie Van de Camp kind of thing. And just, I think people who do characters, like proper like characters for drag, it kind of falls by the wayside sometimes, because it's very hard to maintain, and especially in places like Belfast, you can't really get away with that. You kind of just need to be yourself. I would find it difficult to sort of do that kind of like Stepford wife thing all the time, and I just didn't think it would translate well with people here, because they would just think you're being fake. Belfast is quite small, so it's very rare that you'll get the chance to sort of do stuff like that. In more sort of creative places like Manchester, where they've got the hashtag Manchester Queens, their looks are so like huge and avant-garde, but I suppose it's just because drag and that culture, and possibly that subculture of being gay, is much more accepted there. You're not really gonna fucking see the Belfast Telegraph coming to me and like going, we want to do an interview with you, because they would much rather like do a front page spread on how Ashers were victimised by the world. And it's like, well, if you still have that attitude, then we're not really gonna get anywhere, are we? We're never gonna be an Ulster Tatler, but Tony Webster, I know him quite well. I know him just through drag. Like, I always really admired his work before. And then one day he like messaged me saying, I'd love to do a shoot with you one day, and I was like, oh my god, this is so exciting, because I was completely fangirling because I'd seen him like do photographs with other drag queens. That was the first photo shoot I'd ever done. We sat, we had a couple of drinks, we played around, did my makeup, and yeah, then all of a sudden, it was in Italian Vogue. But that was pretty early on, like, maybe it just got worse. It's like, you're not getting up anymore. Which is like the constant fear, it's just like, I used to be good.
Just a pig inside a human body.
Tonight, I have to do different numbers, so I can't really do, you know, go out having like glitter all over my face or having blue all over my face and try and do, you know, a ballad or something like that. So it depends on the night. I like to put on a bit of a show. It's all about the stage production and what you do. So I'll have props or other things just to like make it a bit more of a story. I would do numbers and try to add something a little bit more to it. But I think it's because that kind of appeals to me, that kind of like weird. I think that's kind of what I kind of do. I like things that kind of like have a message. I like to have like either a meaning or some sort of like, there'd have to be some sort of feeling that the audience would have afterwards of like either like shock or just amusement, or people will sort of kind of go away and go, I have no idea what that was about. Starting February, so 1 Choose Drag Race, then that Saturday was Pride, and I was on the bootbox float. So there's me in the wedding dress there, and the reason why I'm holding an umbrella is because it was pissing rain that day. Stood on the back of a fucking lorry going around town in the pissing rain in a wedding dress. It was like the most glamorous first Pride that I worked. But all of a sudden I see my mom and my dad standing like right there. So I was like waving about, and I was like, shit, fuck, they're there. Right, I have a choice here. I can either like ignore them, just continue on because they clearly don't fucking recognise me, or I just can bite the bullet and just go, it's me. So it being Pride and all, you know, they were obviously out there to support me because, you know, when I came out as gay, they were grand. So I was like, to my mum, I could just see her just going like, why is she waving at me? My dad was just like, I don't know, wave back. So she like waves back again, and then I was like, it's me. And she still didn't get it, and I could see like the cogs like turning in her head, like literally just like, what's going on? Like what's going on? And then I could see her like kind of clicking, and my mum was like, oh my god, and my dad, I just remember my dad just going, like, fair play to you, son. So yeah, they were just like overwhelmed, obviously. My mum started crying in the middle of the street, like in the middle of like the fucking Pride parade. And it's like really fucking emotional for me because everyone in there knew that my parents didn't know, and not that I thought that they would be ashamed of me. It was just like, I really need to tell them. It's such an awkward conversation. By the way, you know, I dress up as a woman and dance around for money. It's just a very awkward thing to start talking about. Where do you even begin? So I just was like, fuck it, they'll find out. And they did that day. I went home then after we had done the show, and, you know, crying my eyes out. And I could just remember my dad just went, well, you make a choir like a woman, son. So I was just like, well. So yeah, my parents have just always been really supportive, and then it turned from me sneaking out the door to me coming down and going, you know, to my mum when I used to live with my parents, like, could you corset me up? Could you do this? Could you help me with this? So it's never been an issue. I'm not a believer in God, but it's the only time I'll ever like properly say that I was blessed.